Welcome to another Sophisticated Saturday where together we work through my to-do list and get things done around the house. And actually, I think I might leave the house with you guys. I know I don't do that often, but I'm gonna try and bring my camera along with me, so we'll see how that goes. But today's video is actually in collaboration with my friend Alyssa from Dreaming of the Farm. We became friends on Instagram. We've done a few collabs on YouTube before, and her channel just keeps growing and growing, and she does so many great shop with me videos. I watch her videos before I head out to stores to see what all of the different things are in the stores, and she has the best home style, both indoors and outdoors. She does these really great porch videos. Those are some of my favorites. But today, both of us are doing kind of like a winter and get it all done video. I know she is going to be taking down some of her fall decor, bringing up her Christmas decor. I think she's going to be preparing for guests to come over. That's what I actually just finished up doing. Before I filmed this video, I got all of the stuff ready for my parents to come visit because they're going to be here over the holiday time. So I have my little guest room bin all set for them and a couple bottles of water in the guest room. But I am also going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. I've actually already mostly decorated. So today I'm going to be doing some finishing touches, a fun recipe, all that stuff. But I would love if after you're done watching this video, you head over to Alyssa's channel and watch her video. And if you are here from Alyssa's channel, hello, I'm Sophie. I am so excited that you're here, and I think we should jump right into the Sophisticated Saturday and all of the stuff I have to do. Gotta start off with a load of laundry so I can multitask while that load runs in the washing machine. First thing I also always have to do after I get that load of laundry going is make our bed. It's a must do for me every single morning to start the day off productive. It doesn't take that long, but it really makes a huge difference. So another thing that we have to do for a winter themed Sophisticated Saturday is do some baking. I always love baking, but especially during the holiday season, I get really into it. I think I'm gonna have to start sending Jim to work with some of the baked goods that I'm making because we can't eat all of it. It's always fun to have others to bake for. Today's recipe is going to be a nutty peppermint biscotti, and a great thing about biscottis is that they are perfect for mailing. They're the best Christmas cookie to send in the mail. At least this recipe said that. They're also easy to freeze if you want to save some for later. And I had never made biscottis before, and this was actually pretty easy to do, and they turned out great. So as usual, I will try and share on the screen the ingredients I'm adding, as well as link the recipe in the description box below. So you'll see I already added in 3 eggs, a cup of brown sugar, as well as a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of honey. You will also need 5 tablespoons of melted butter, so you can get that melted while you're adding all of these other wet ingredients together. And then you can whisk all of that together until it's smooth. Next up, you need to add in your dry ingredients. So for that, you need half a teaspoon of kosher salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, a quarter teaspoon of baking soda. I'm mixing that in before I add in a cup and a half of whole wheat flour and half a cup of cocoa powder. gonna clean all of that up before I get to chopping my nuts, and you can use any nuts that you want. I think pistachios are really great in this. I added some cashews, that's what I'm starting with. I pulled out walnuts, pecans, almonds, all of that stuff. So really make it your own. You just need a cup and a half of, they suggest toasted mixed nuts, roughly chopped. You also need 3 ounces of chocolate. I did dark chocolate. I just weighed it out on my scale there and mix it all together as best as you can. The dough is pretty thick, so it is kind of difficult to mix it up, but then you're gonna transfer it to the refrigerator to let it chill for about 20 minutes or so. It's okay if it's longer, you just want it to be nice and cold. So I'm gonna clean up and then I'm actually going to head out because I'm gonna do a little bit of shopping today. So this is pretty rare, but I took my camera out of the house with me. We are going to go shopping. I have Owen with me. We are gonna stop at Kirkland's, I think, and Target and Michael's maybe to look for some decor. I have a return to make and maybe some stuff for some crafts. So let's see what's out there. So you'll see what a fail this was. I didn't film as much as I wanted to, but I did get some stuff in Kirkland's. So I want to show you what the store looks like. I really love it here, especially for Christmas decor. They had some really beautiful ornaments there. It is a little bit pricier, I think, than some places, but I saw these snowflakes and couldn't help myself. So that's kind of where I'm starting with my tree, and I'll show you more when I get home. I definitely didn't feel comfortable filming in the stores or able to because I had Owen with me and was trying to like hold him because he didn't want to be in the stroller that I brought or in the cart. So kind of failed. I did get some clips from Kirkland's, but that's pretty much it. I had to ask them for help there and described our tree and said I've never decorated a tree before. So I found these really, really pretty snowflakes that they had. And they came in kind of a more silvery color and a more goldy color. I think they might have all been the same, I'm not sure. But they had these large ones and then some smaller ones as well. So I think I'm gonna put the big ones at the bottom and make the small ones go at the top. Pretty sure I got 4 of each of those. And then they had some really large ornaments, which I thought were nice. And I couldn't tell if silver looked better with this or gold looked better with this. So I got a champagne color of these sparkly ones. So we'll see how that goes. And then I also want some white. So I stopped at Target and got white and iridescent smaller ornaments. So I think that's kind of what I'm gonna start with and see how it looks. I wanted to get a bunch more of the really large ornaments from Kirkland's, but they only had 4 of them. So this is probably a good way to see how it all looks together, and I can keep building the look if I like it and need more, because I had no idea how many I would need of each type of ornament, and maybe I'll want like ribbons and picks and all of these other things, but I think it's probably better to start small. If I don't like them, I can always return them, but let's try and get this on the tree, see what it looks like, and I need all of your help in the comments because I have no idea what I'm doing. These ornaments are 6 inches, and that's what I really like about them is that they are so big. They take up a large amount of the tree, so I'm thinking it'll be easier to decorate because of how large they are. And I love the way they look on the flocked tree. I'm going for simple and kind of glam, sparkly. The champagne color I think looks really great there. It hopefully will be versatile for years to come as I continue to add more ornaments and just start slowly to build my collection here. You'll see the snowflakes don't pop quite as much, but I do still think they're really pretty on the tree. So then speaking of things that don't pop, the ornaments that I got from Target, oh my gosh, they completely disappeared on the tree. I thought for some reason the clear iridescent looking ornaments would just look really pretty, and same with the white, but maybe because they're so small, I'm not really sure, but they are literally invisible on this flocked tree. I know I could easily add some pops of color, but I think I might try one more type of white ornament and see if that looks better. I am going to return these just because, like I said, they really don't look good. And I'm not sure I like how small they are either. The last thing I thought might look kind of pretty is, I don't even know what it's called, but when there's like some rope type things, maybe some little balls that are on a string. Somebody let me know in the comments what that's called, but maybe that's something I do later this year or next year or something, and just, like I said, start in layers. And here is what the tree looks like for now. If you watched my winter decorate video, you saw I laid out this runner and these vases on my table. I got a few faux stems from Target that I'm gonna add in there. I like how the ones from Target specifically had a smaller version and a taller version, so they match and fit in the vases better. I do need to make the taller ones, either cut them down or bend the wire a bit so they fit in there a little bit better. Let me know what you think of these, if I should add something else in there with them or just do something completely different. And you'll see Jim outside with Owen in the stroller, so cute. He had him out there while he was working and he needed me to go grab some more lawn bags for him, so I had to take care of that. It had been well over 20 minutes that the dough was sitting in the refrigerator. So I grabbed it out of the fridge, I preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and then I'm trying to split the dough in half so I can shape each piece into about a 2.5 by 11 inch flat log. I started using 2 cookie trays as the recipe suggested. I don't really think you need to. I ended up scooting them onto the same one and it turned out just fine. So I don't know why it says you need to use 2. It didn't spread too much or anything. I would just skip it and use 1. You'll see I'm grabbing my ruler just to make sure it's about 11 by 2.5. It doesn't have to be perfect, but once you get it into the logs, you're going to sprinkle it with some sliced almonds and then sprinkle it with some sugar, which is optional if you want. Bake it in the oven until the sliced almonds start to turn golden brown, 20 or 25 minutes. While that started cooking, I could switch over the laundry and take care of a few other things. And then finally it was done, so I could pull it out of the oven. You're gonna reduce the oven temperature to 225 degrees. Let the biscotti cool for about 10 minutes so you can cut it. Just transfer the parchment to a cutting board. You'll see mine kind of broke a little bit, which was completely fine, but be really careful as you do it. And then you can cut it into 3/4 of an inch slices. Turn them on their sides. You'll see a lot of debris was left behind. There's some almonds and sugar that was left behind. I'm actually going to scoop that stuff up and put it into a little ramekin to save for later. I thought it might be kind of good as a treat to sprinkle on top of yogurt or something. I don't need the extra sugar, but there's some crumbles of the biscotti that's in there and the peppermint flavor and the almonds, so I didn't really want it to go to waste. Just thought that would be a nice way to repurpose those almonds. After you have all of the biscotti slices on your tray, again on parchment paper with the cut side up, you can bake it again at that 325 degrees, flipping halfway through for 20 minutes. While those bake, I am going to start folding some of my laundry. I have all of the lights washed and dried. The first step is always to sort everything. I sort it into piles of my stuff versus Jim's stuff, as well as sorting within those categories each item and then starting to fold them. I don't always fold Jim's laundry for him, but laying it out nice and neat for him makes it so if I don't get to it and he comes to it later, it's not wrinkly by the time that he gets to folding it. So I will do that in just a minute, but first I am going to go through my stuff. My stuff didn't take long at all. I grabbed it and brought it to the bedroom and then back to lay out Jim's clothing like I explained so that it doesn't get wrinkly. Please look at how funny it is, how many white t-shirts he has, but he wears them all the time. After that, I pulled the biscottis out, let them cool for a bit, and then decided to store them in a Pyrex container in the refrigerator. You can also freeze these really easily as well. The last thing I'm going to do today is pull out my Cricut Joy machine. That is the smaller of the two Cricut machines I have. I actually have a carrying case for it that you can see there. So if you are looking for something that's more portable or don't want to make the full investment in the larger Cricut machine, the Cricut Joy might be a good option for you. And I wanted to pull this out because I feel like I'm not using my Cricuts to their fullest. There are so many different things you can do with them. Of course, I make lots of different labels for organizing and use vinyl a lot. I don't do iron-ons that often, but it's very similar to making vinyl labels. I'm getting into some more paper crafts with the larger Cricut machine, but I know that the Joy is perfect for making greeting cards, and I have this kit to make greeting cards and have just never done it. And so today I wanted to give it a try, make some holiday cards, hand make them, because how cool would that be to have some handmade cards ready to go and send over the holidays. So I just quickly designed these on my phone. I can't even tell you how easy it is now that I've done it once and twice, because I'm going to show you one other version that I make. That's all it takes a lot of times with the Cricut, is playing around with it, having some trial and error, being okay with that. I have filmed a couple of different tutorial videos on the Cricut, so I will link those in the description box if you're thinking about using the Explore Air or the Joy. I have videos on each of those. But the little design studio they have in the app, the Cricut app, makes card making a lot easier than I thought. I tried to avoid any of the paid cards, but if you do want to purchase any of them, if you're willing to pay even like 99 cents, you'll find tons and tons of options, but you can also make them for free in the app. The first one I did was a total cutout. The second one I'm gonna do half cutting and half writing. You can actually put a marker in the Cricut and it will draw out your text with a marker. So I did the text first, then pulled the marker out, put the blade in, and I am going to cut some sparkly green paper to fill that in for the Christmas tree portion. That's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this holiday. Get it all done. If you want more, don't forget to head over to Alyssa's channel, Dreaming of the Farm. She is one of my best friends that we've met through social media. I know you will love her and her content, especially if you like the shop with me's. She's been doing a lot of those, and they are giving me all the inspiration to decorate this holiday season because I really love her styles. So here is what the cards look like. I can't wait to send them out. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I will see you guys later.